Hello and welcome to a new episode of the EmPath. My name is Natalie Anja Esser. I'm an empath myself, and today's topic is the empath as a parent. Well, obviously, I can only speak out of the point of view as a mother, and I would like to share a few insights I have had, mainly one insight, and the others are related to this. So, one thing I realized, what is not only true for an empath, but for all parents, we give to our children what we self have missed. So if you had an upbringing that has not been very, very loving, kind, um, you might give what you have wished for to your children. And that's kind of funny, as we always miss one generation, so to speak, because we give, our parents, for example, my mother was born the month when World War II was declared, and she had a lack when it came to physical safety, having enough food or having clothes, stuff like that. So she was a very materialistic person, and it never dawned on her it might be somehow necessary for me to feel loved, and that safety is also provided by feeling loved, not only by putting food on the table, or when she felt she she wanted to do me something good. She bought me a new dress, and I couldn't have cared less about this dress because I had enough clothes and I had enough food, because she was somehow trying to heal her own wound that I didn't carry. And in this way, she gave another wound to me because I never felt loved and accepted. And she never told me that what I do is good in her. I was never good enough because she never felt good enough, you see? Um, that's kind of strange. So that we always miss it one generation, Um, as I myself, to me, it's been totally important that my daughter feels unconditionally loved, and that she always feels valued, and that I see her own abilities, that she can express who she is, and develop an own personality that I was not allowed to because of the rigidity of my upbringing. And so we often go from one extreme to the other. And as an empath, we love to have harmony, and we can sense the emotions of our children, and that is great because we can feel that they are worried or stressed or feel lonely, and so we can give them the safety of someone who takes care for them and who cares about their feelings and their emotions, and always try to make sure they feel comfortable. And hereby we often overdo it. That's the problem. We might go from one extreme to the other. From the extreme, of course, this depends where you are on the scale between narcissists and empathic people. And of course, this depends on your own experiences while you're upbringing. But we tend to go from one extreme to the other. While my own upbringing was very, very um, emotionally harsh, and I was not allowed to express myself, and I had very, very rigid rules when I grew up. That's been the reason why I try to give my own daughter lots and lots of space. And that's good, but I overdid it. You see, this is what I want to share today the most. Don't overdo it. Just don't go from one extreme to the other. I don't know about your circumstances, but maybe you want to self-reflect a little bit and think about what you have been missing. And I understand that you try to give this to your children, but maybe you're doing it the same way I did and just overdo it. Please don't do this. Cause um, as an empath, we have a tendency to have really, really bad boundaries. And this might be kind of a problem when we raise children, because children need boundaries to feel safe. And I'm sorry for that, but I wasn't aware of this somehow. I didn't realize this myself. Um, my daughter was adult when one day she was visiting me and sitting on my couch. And I don't know why, but I had a moment where I told her something to do, and I did it in a way that has been kind of unusual for me. I was a little bit harsh. To me, it felt as if I'm a little bit harsh with her. And I was totally astonished that I could see her relax. All of her body system was just, oh, because I was giving her clear instructions. And not, darling, would you please be so nice to do this, this, this? I said, please do this. Just do it. And she felt comfortable with this, because what she needed, I gave her what I needed as a child, but this has not at all been what she needed. So this is what I meant when I said, please don't go from one extreme to the other. And as an empath, we really, really feel physically uncomfortable when people around us are angry or mad or something like that. And might be our children are, well, when they are teenagers, they will feel this way all day long. I don't know. That's quite normal. That they are very often they are angry at their parents, and they try to overstep their boundaries. And see, teenagers, they're kind of, out of their mind. And that's just their normal state of being. And if we don't give them boundaries, they might have a booze with 12 and go out all night long and try drugs, and all of that. And we have to make sure as a parent, um, until they are grown up, that it's our job to tell them, no, you have to be at home at 9 o'clock or at 10 o'clock or whatever. It's our job to tell them, no, you won't have booze in our home, or whatever it is. It is our job. And love also means tough love. And this is something, as an empath, we have to understand, that we will not always feel comfortable. We have to deal with it when people might yeah, be angry at us, but there's something I would like to share. Be- Beneath all of the anger and all of that stuff, and this is just temporary, I tell you. Please understand that when people, that's in general, when people are angry at us, um, this is just an emotion. It's a cloud. It's coming and it's going, and we shouldn't take it so personally, and we shouldn't think that um, this is so dramatic. It's not. When our children are angry at us, or they say, "Oh, I hate you," or "You never allow me to do this and that," and love says, "Okay, I can understand why you feel this way, but anyway, I will not allow this to you, because this could harm you." And it's important. It's really important to not take it too personally, and it's really, um, it's like the sunshine. It's always there, even on a very, very cloudy day. And parents and children, there's always love. Really. Um, I have done family constellations for a while, and no matter the circumstances in families, no matter what has occurred between parents and children, when we work through the layers behind it, we always, always, always felt love. Always. And you can count on this. And when you understand this, that this is a given, no matter how much your children yell at you and that they are angry at you, it's just a cloud. And behind it, the sunshine, the love will always be there. It's just natural. And even me, myself, having had really extreme upbringing, and I'm not talking to my mother, and I know I will always, always love her dearly. That's just the way it is. And yeah, allow yourself to do things different. Allow yourself to be comfortable with your children being sometimes angry at you. Um, don't give them unnecessary rules, of course. Um, Especially this generation, they can see through this, and it's good that they can. It's good that they are questioning the rules of their parents. It's good. And it's good for us also to do the same. And because many things we have been taught as while our upbringing, many of that stuff is quite unnecessary. So it's okay that our children question this. Um, but it's also okay when we take a look at it and see the greater picture and say, no, I have to set these boundaries because they have to go to school, and they have to have some sleep in the night, so they can't hang out with their friends all night long. So when we understand this, it's our job to um, make sure they have this safe upbringing, and that we feel comfortable with them being mad at us. And really, someone explained this to me because, yeah, as you have heard from what I have shared, I haven't given my daughter enough boundaries as she was relaxing when I did. Someone explained this to me because I gave my daughter so much space, and she's been like a fish in the ocean. um, Fish in the ocean is not aware of the water. So maybe I was somehow sometimes not really tangible for her when not giving boundaries. You understand? Um, a small fish, maybe for quite some while, is better in a little fish tank before he gets out in the great ocean, you see? And so our boundaries have to be this little fish tank. And then when they grow up, they will leave it and they go out in the ocean and, yeah, and have this feeling of safety going with them. And that's the reason why we have to sometimes set boundaries and give them rules, and of course always check if they are making sense and if they are appropriate for their age. So be sure as an empath you're giving your children what they need the most, and that is love. Love, love, love. Love is all you need. So, have a great time. See you next time and take good care. Bye.